all looks the same. They're all vintage clips of famous people throughout history with the same like bad VHS filter on them saying vaguely pro-black things. If we're gonna be real, a lot of it's super Hotep-y. For example, why is Charles Manson up in there?
For the record, if you clown Hoteps, you are a bad person. Let's pause for a second. Melanation, dark skin, black people all have this shared collective history brought here against their will, forced to work. We're considered 3/5 a person, whipped, lynched, and later integrated, subjugated to racism. And these are things that are taught in school. Well, mind you, I'm not complaining about that. Like, boo woo hoo. This is compulsory education. Like, I couldn't ignore this. Forced upon me. Can't say, like, my ancestors came on slave ships, but I can, for a fact, tell you, I was taught these things in school. So, if anything, that would be slavery. If you try to crawl out of that, you're weird. At this point, you at a crossroads. You can say, look, I can look at this mountain of evidence, right? It's a bunch of papers and signatures, and you got to trace this to do that, to do this, accept it. Like 400 years, everything is above board. One thing, and it changed the entire trajectory. Realistically, it's not a mountain of evidence. Show me some papers with some names written on it. It doesn't prove to me anything, right? I have a choice that I can either believe this or believe what I want to believe. Like, I have that choice. Let's be realistic. I'm going to not want to hear that. Right? Because the truth is really an amalgamation of a bunch of things. So, like, that I would reject. Like, that's just common sense. Like, but you got to really be real with yourself. Because some people get so caught up in, like, this is reality, that when you try to diverge from it in any way, they try to weird you out because they feel locked in. So they see you leaving it and they're like, wait, no, you can't leave reality. These are my parameters for reality. You can't leave this place. And you're like, no, I'm gonna just exist over here, right? And then they try to shame you like, you're living in a fantasy world. I'm gonna stay here in reality. Cool, fine. I'm just being honest with myself. That takes work to be able to incorporate that into you and be okay with it. Let's be honest. I don't want to integrate negative shit into my story about myself. I don't want to integrate into my psyche that I come from a loser people. I won't. Nobody can actually make me do that. They're going to try to come in and be like, no, the way you're looking at the world is wrong. You feel like I'm wrong for the way I see the world. Cool. Realize like, hey, I don't want to live in that reality. I'm going to squint and look back in time and be like, actually, my people were kind of dope. My people were kings. Couldn't all be kings. That's just not logical. But the past doesn't exist. It's not fucking real. Ancestors came from the planet Zarbakron, and I'm a special little seed. Make it whatever I want because the past doesn't exist. In order to make this reality, I have to destroy any other realities and make this a real thing. You were the type of person to like knock on a hotep. It's like you've already chosen a reality for yourself. You've already said, like, let's be real about this. We wasn't that. You can't be either. That's the fucked up part. Like you look at a little girl and she's playing tea, a little tea party. Always playing with the fucking action figures. Bam, bam, bam. No, this is inherent. This is like a trope with children. You would never go to a child and be like, that's objectively wrong. I can't believe I found out my daughter's a teacupper. You're dumb for believing your toys can talk to you. Meanwhile, the Toy Story franchise is making like $1 billion a year off of fucking residuals. So which is more real? Pretending or pretending? There's some logic to it, right? Let the child live.